Well, we got delivery here at Tire Roaster's Garage today. Look at that. 2nd gen Firebird. Welcome back to Tire Roaster's Garage, folks. We got a 1980 Firebird in the shop today. A customer just bought this car and didn't make it more than a couple miles from the person's house who she purchased it from before it overheated. Okay, so we got it here, a trailer down here, and we're gonna go through it and see what it needs. So far, I've been pulling it apart to check things out, and the car overheated, and he blamed her and said it was her fault. She didn't monitor the gauge, but she said the gauge didn't get over half. He's got an aftermarket fan shroud in here and fans, electric fans, aluminum radiator, actually a pretty nice setup. But look where he put the probe for the fan controller. He put it in the inlet on the neck here. You know, you're supposed to really kind of put it down in the radiator. Somewhere's like, that's kind of silly. He zip tied it all on there. Look at the kink in the radiator hose. He put the wrong hose on it, didn't put the spring in it. So it's kinked off, so no wonder why it overheated. He said it was rebuilt. It was rebuilt 30,000 K ago. Look at the rust in there. Oldsmobile 307. He said it was a Rocket 350, but I'm pretty sure it's a 307. Anyways, there's some nice parts on here. There's Holly Street intake. There's an Edelbrock Thunder Series carburetor. Nice valve covers and stuff. But I mean, like, this is one of those polish it up and sell it to someone and, you know, hope they don't notice type things. Like, I don't know how these guys sleep at night. Like, look at the valve covers. He missed every other bolt, and he just put RTV, orange RTV in there to seal it, instead of put the proper amount of bolts in it. Like, these guys, when I tell you, they're just these greasy salesman type guys. They'll just sell someone who doesn't know much about cars. They'll sell them something like this and say, oh, it's rebuilt, it's fresh, it's got fancy shiny parts in it. Kills me, man, because I pride myself on doing quality work, and if I'm going to sell a car, it's going to be right. And there's a lot of people like this who give guys in the car community a really bad name because they pull shit like this on people who are unsuspecting. And it is a nice car. It is actually a pretty damn nice car. It's got a little bit of rust coming in, but for a 2nd gen T-top car, it's pretty solid. That's the fender there. On the back, a little rust, but it's a really nice car. The seals are gone to the doors as they usually are. The interior is complete. It's got one of those aftermarket carpets in it you can get from Summit Racing. I have the same one in my 3rd gen. Seats are pretty good. Back seats are good. T-top seals and everything. I mean, they're questionable, but they're in pretty good shape considering it's got a headliner in it, a mint headliner. Like, overall, it's a nice car. Door panels are good on it. Doors close nice. It's got the honeycomb, or the whatever wheels you call those, honeycombs, yeah. BF Goodrich tires. Turbo Hydromatic 350, I'm pretty sure. First thing I did in here is I checked timing. It was 8 degrees. It was way out. It's supposed to be upwards of 20. Pulled the distributor, checked the gear, as you can see here. Look at this. Look at the wear in that distributor gear. Okay, so these distributor gears are made from a softer metal than the actual gear on the camshaft. So this will wear before the camshaft. So I checked the camshaft gear, it looks pretty good. But this is worn right out. The contact points inside are all corroded and kind of damaged, some of them. Spark plugs are dirty. So far it's gonna need a distributor and a cap. It's gonna need spark plugs and spark plug wires. I also did a compression test of the first 4 cylinders. We got 140, 145, 120, and 125. And hopefully salvage this little 307 that's in here, or maybe a Rocket 350 with only 30,000 kilometers on it since it's fresh rebuild. That guy pulled out of an Oldsmobile Delta 88 and stuffed in here, don't fucking lie. So I'm gonna rip these valve covers off and check out the valve train and do a leak down test, and hopefully we can save her beloved Firebird from needing an engine. If it needs an engine, well, we'll talk about those options down the road. Oh yeah, so I'm running a full-time automotive shop now, working mostly on people's hot rods and stuff like that. I do custom car hauling, classic cars and stuff, picking up a 56 Cadillac on Monday. So yeah, if you need your hot rod fixed, modified, whatever it may be, I'm your guy. So finish removing these valve cover bolts, check out the valve train. Man, I can't believe the shit people will sell and call it rebuilt and call it mint. Like the hose here I'm showing you, like the kink in the rad hose. Kink in the rad hose, fan probe installed in the wrong area. Like, who are these guys that are building these cars? Jesus Murphy. In all my years building my own personal cars, learned a lot. And I can tell right off the bat who's worked on a car, what kind of person they were. Look at the rust inside the valve cover. Look at that. The moisture in this engine, oh my God. And I can tell you when someone can't build a race car, and this cunt couldn't build a race car worth of shit. Take a look at this. Hold on, switch you around here. All right, so we got our compression tester over on cylinder number 8. We're gonna do this side now, so let's go crank it and see what cylinder 8 makes. 140. Cylinder 8, 140 pissy. All right, so the numbers are in all the cylinders. Everything's pretty much around 140 PSI to these two back cylinders. This is actually not in firing order, but the back two cylinders, 120, 125, you know, it's not like they're under 100. I'll let it slide, but they're not the best. The next step would be to do a leak down test. What do you guys think of my new layout? I showed it in another video, but I've been kind of picking away at it. I've got a flat screen up here and an Xbox. Got a new massage chair I just picked up off Marketplace for free. Pretty dope. Doing some modifications to the heavy hauler. I got to haul a car on Monday for a customer out of Cranbrook. Here's my new office. Pretty vibey. All the walls are done out of pallet boards. It's an electric fireplace. Yeah. We spent some time here. Amazon lighting. They got some pot lights up in the ceiling. Good place to work. Got my mountain view. Finally, because the shop had no windows for the mountain view. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Got the Triumph coming out for spring here. Just got to change the voltage regulator on it. And actually, check this battery. Looks like it's taking a charge for the bike. And then got my new parts washer mounted to the bench. This is my Muncie 4-speed parts for that Impala that I'm building. Those are the cylinder heads for that 454. The Impala is sitting out there. You can't see it. It's beside the sun clipper out there. But hopefully get that car going spring here. I got so many customers' vehicles I've been doing lately that I can't really keep up with my own hot rods. So we'll get some throttle therapy in either way. All right. Gonna grab our leak down tester and the adapter. There. Grab our air hose. Make her pass car, so a little slack in her. Let's thread my adapter into the spark plug hole in cylinder 1. I've confirmed it is at top dead center. There we go. A little trick to the angle of these Oldsmobile heads, eh? Gonna take my gauge and my air hose, plug them together, dial this thing up to set. And then I'm gonna take the adapter in from the cylinder, plug it into there. Yeah, I checked top dead center, got on cylinder 1, and God, it's not showing much. Where's it hissing out of the exhaust? Hissing out of the exhaust. Nothing out of that one. That's the sign it should come out of. It's not coming out of the exhaust pipe. Come out of the crankcase, I guess. Kind of sounds like it's in the manifold, though. Oh yeah, it's coming out of the vent case here in the back. That one's got pretty severe leak down, so I'm gonna check out all the other cylinders, see what I find, and I'll report back. All right, so I just completed the leak down test on this thing. Not ideal because the engine's cooled off now in the last couple cylinders, but cylinder 5 in firing order, which is third one back here, cylinder 5. That was the one that showed 120 PSI on the compression test. It was the weakest cylinder. That had a leak down to 30 to 40% while the engine was still relatively warm. So yeah, and it was a lot of the blow-by, or the air was escaping out of the crankcase back in the distributor hole. Plug went off and let it hiss out there. It was quite the draft on that cylinder. Yeah, I guess next step here is we're just going to do a quick little oil sample and see what that looks like, because I noticed when I pulled the dipstick, it was kind of silvery. So yeah, I'm going to grab an oil sample with this jar and check it out. I feel like this is going to go south. That's why I drop this bolt into the glass and it just pisses out. I should really have a backup scenario. Oh my God. Fuck, that's like pure silver. Yeah, I'm going to fucking take a wild assumption here and say this engine is completely shot. Oh boy, the leak down test wasn't a confirmation of that. This certainly is. I'll get it up on the bench here and show you. Yeah, the first bit of oil there. What are you caught on now? First bit of oil there was just straight like silver gunk. Oh boy. And the fella who sold my customer this car was blaming her and saying that it was her fault that she overheated the engine because the gauge wasn't reading, and he had a cooked radiator hose in it, like absolutely pinched off as you've seen earlier. And then the engine's obviously not making, you know, it's good pressure in the cylinders, and it's got some gray matter in the oil here. Yeah, so he blamed her for overheating it because of the gauge or something, but really he put the wrong radiator hose in it, didn't put the probe in the right spot for the fans. Don't even know what he had the fan set to because there's no numbers on it to tell you exactly where the fans kick in. It's just a dial with no numbers. And he said it was her fault. Even if she overheated it, like I did a leak down test and a compression test, and I checked the radiator, and nothing's flowing back into the radiator. There's no bubbling in the radiator, so it didn't warp the heads. That's the worst thing you could have done if you overheated it, really. So to be honest with you, this is all on him. The engine's got metal shavings. It's fucked. Like the distributor gear's all worn out. Everything he's done in this car is questionable. So I'm gonna label this guy as a tire roaster certified bullshitter. Unfortunately, this is what folks do out in the car industry, the classic cars and stuff. They will sell things to people knowing they're fucked. There's no way you didn't know this thing was fucked. 30,000 K fresh rebuild. Fuck you. Look at the inside of this fucking valve cover. 30,000 K fresh rebuild. Rusted out innards of the valve cover. The engine clearly has a high moisture content in it. Didn't have didn't have a hope in hell of being a fresh rebuild. Absolute lie. Certified lie. Not a hope in hell thing was rebuilt. Pull it apart and check it out. Maybe it isn't. It just was a really shitty rebuild, which is totally possible. He might not even be lying about that, but he's certainly full of shit in general. But yeah, so for future reference, I'm hireable to go look at vehicles, to diagnose them properly and tell you if it's a good buy for a classic car. I wish my friend would have known this. I wish I would have told people this before, because then shit like this doesn't happen. You hire a guy like me, knows his shit, brings the right tools, take a look over the car. Guys like that, hey guys, I can tell right away. If I go look at a car like this with someone, or for myself when I'm buying a car, and I start bringing out tools like that, like pressure, compression tests and stuff like that, or leak down tests, I bring a compressor with me or something, my generator, they start getting upset, eh? They start getting all like, oh. It's like, then you know already, like right off the bat, before you even put a tool on it, just because you showed up like that, the fella's already sweating, you know he's a bullshitter. So yeah, that shit doesn't slide with me. So remember, I'm hireable, and there's other fellas that are hireable for this kind of stuff. Take along with you, and you're gonna invest thousands and thousands of dollars into a classic car and hopefully get some summer driving out of it. I'm hoping I can save this car for my customer, get an engine in it for the summer so they can actually drive it as the warm weather's coming around here. But yeah, Saturday night, I'm tired as hell. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and get going on this thing again to see what we find out. So catch you guys tomorrow. Saturday morning haul up to Red Deer, to the land that we shall not speak. Gonna go look at a 350 small block, aka the classic boat anchor. You might be asking, Tanner, why are you driving all the fucking way up there to look at a 350 small block? Certainly there's many more on Marketplace in your local area. There is. They're a lot more expensive, but the main reason why is the fella said, bring your compression tester and check it for yourself. Came out of a good runner. I'm like, I'll take you up on that. Most fuckers don't say that. They're like, oh, it's fucking great. Rebuilt fucking fresh valve seals and a new camshaft. Now shut the fuck up. This customer's car is going to get a fresh engine. It's going to be, you know, it's on a budget. If I'm doing something on a budget, it's going to be done the best it can be done on that budget. It's going to be like, it's going to be a driver. Customer is like, do I sell the car? Do I get rid of it? You bought that Firebird, you're heartbroken. I want to help you. We're gonna get you where you need to be. What's your budget? Where do we gotta go? Okay, we'll figure this out. We're gonna make sure she runs and she's lumpy and she makes some sounds. Not gonna be fast, but it's gonna be a runner. That's what we're doing here. 305, come on! Houston, we scored a small block Chevy. Bag it up, Terry. I'll show you this bad boy. All right, so we scored this little 350 off Marketplace for the low price of $800 and $20 for these valve covers, these Chevrolet Racing valve covers. That's what was on it. These are really dirty. I cleaned them up. Haven't polished them yet, but they're looking pretty good. Look inside this thing. The fella's going to an LS swap, and he had this that he bought off another fella, Levi's 350. He bought this for his project and he never used it, but it pretty much looks like it's got a fresh rebuild on it. Look inside there. Unbelievable. Everything's so clean on this. Has an Edelbrock RPM air gap intake. Very tight to turn over. Went there and did a leak down test. As a matter of fact, that's why I wanted to go look at this one up by Red Deer. It was about a 7-hour or 6.5-hour round trip for this engine. There is ones local to me, but this guy put in the ad specifically that I could bring down. He's like, bring your leak down or your compression tester. He had no problem with that. So as soon as someone puts that in the ad for me, you know, it tells me it's worth the drive. So drove up there, brought my leak down tester. He let me use his compressor, and every cylinder checked so good on this thing. I'm going to pull this intake off and inspect the camshaft, because if it does have a brand new camshaft and it's like a flat tappet one, it needs a specific break-in procedure. So I want to see kind of what's in it down the valley here and inspect in there. This engine's coming out right now. It's fried. Look at this. I just figured another reason why the cooling system didn't kick the fans on. The whole harness is fucking melted to the block. So look where you put it. That's for the sensor for the temp sensor, for the gauge, or for this. I don't know why I go through his wiring here. He's clearly not the best at wiring or putting anything together, my goodness. So yeah, I'm gonna yank this engine out and start getting this thing gone through and get this thing in here and get the customer back their car so they can enjoy some summer cruising.
I think you're deadly.
Another thing I noticed is this guy has a vacuum line on the carburetor and he's got it blocked off with a screw. Why wouldn't you just pull that off and just cap that vacuum line off? I mean, we're talking about a guy here who builds his own wiring harnesses and lays them across the hot ass cylinder head and manifold, you know, puts a kinked radiator hose, and it claims it's rebuilt with only 20 or 30,000 K on it when it looks like that. And then also puts the probe for the fan controller on the zip tied to the fucking hose, man. This is wild. This is just some of the rowdy, literally kick down cable for the transmission. What in the hell is going on? Look at the spring return for the carburetor. That spring is weaker than my ex-boyfriend, and that bugger could bench 100. Like, look at that. It's just tied to a bolt here. Like, what is going on? What is going on, Wit? All right, so I pulled that Edelbrock carburetor off. Edelbrock for you more illiterate fucks. Look at the intake, the grind marks. This is a Holly, what is it? Holly Street Dominator intake painted blue with that Pontiac blue. But what is going on there? I am very why is there a hole in the bottom of the manifold here? What is, like, that's not, that goes into the valley. Is that straight through? What in the hell? Either way, put that plate on and get this thing the hell out of here, because holy shit. Rain's coming in. Yeah, look at that. Mountains are nice. Springtime. Got the Firebird out of storage, all washed up, fluids all checked. Doing some data logging on that one.
Do not come.
Should I do it?
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna do it.
First data log of 2024 saved. Figure this fucking thing out. Back it up, Terry. I'm a Firebird specialist, folks. If you need your Firebird worked on or any other muscle car, classic car, I'm your guy. I do shit right. You know what? And it takes a lot to say it about yourself. A lot of guys say it these days, but I do my shit right. And you'll see that with this car. You'll see that this car is going to be brought back to life. I'm going to go to loosen the bell housing bolts here. See this? Bell housing, classic GM14. Watch this shit. It's already loose. He never tightened the bell housing bolts. Holy shit. Just keep finding shit, man. All right, so I skipped all the boring stuff. We're at the point where the engine's up and coming out. Got everything disconnected. Hose is tied up here so we're not making a pukey mess on the ground. And yeah, let's hoist this thing up, yank her out, and start planning what we're going to do to get that thing in there. Camera girl, reveal yourself. Oh.
My milkshake bring all the boys to the yard.
Greasy old bugger. A piece of spruce might come in handy here. Houston, we have ground contact. In here. I'm gonna fold this engine crane up, put it away, call her at night, and then start figuring out what I need to do with that 350. Pull it, the intake off and check the cam out like I said and everything, and get it all dressed up and ready for installation of the car and find some headers for it. And yeah, we're gonna be doing some goddamn cruising this summer with someone else's car. That'll be pretty neat. Hey, look at the cruiser car. See you tomorrow. All right, folks, this is where we're at on this 350 small block we picked up for Rose's Firebird. I'm setting up the accessory drive, all this new stuff while it's on the engine stand because it's a lot easier to do than when it's in the car. Brand new pulleys and brackets to work with the Chevy engine, all the accessory drive stuff. New Delphi fuel pump, new AC Delco starter, long tube headers through Hooker, I believe. They're Hooker headers. Yeah, this thing is fresh, freshly rebuilt, every cylinder tested positive as all hell. The compression was so tight in this engine, every time I'd fill a cylinder with air to do the leak down test, it would kick the bar out of the fella's hands. So yeah, I flipped it over, checked the underside, replaced the oil pan gasket and all that, cleaned everything up under here. Everything's super clean inside. New pistons, rings, cross hatching, the cylinder's good, crank, like bearings. It's super clean, this thing. It is unbelievable. Like look at the valley and all the push rods and lifters. And all the intake ports are super clean. Cleaned all the surfaces for that Edelbrock manifold that actually came with the engine. For $800, we got the engine freshly rebuilt, and we got this RPM air gap intake, which here in Canada is a $550, $600 piece. Use the carburetor off the old engine. Valve covers I got from the fellow we bought the engine off for 20 bucks. Clean those right up. They hold a good shine. Unreal, eh? 20 bucks. Yeah, chased all the holes in here that were stripped and cleaned it all up really good. And got all the bolts ready to go. They're all cleaned up. Went through the parts washer and blast on the wire wheel, got the torque wrench out. All the hardware, alternator bracket, thermostat housing, and the thermostat. Still have to do a ball test on that to see if that works. Yeah, new Chevy water pump that has the mounting holes for all of this bracketry and stuff. This is the alternator off the old engine and the power steering pump off the old engine. Pontiac and Chevy the same. However, the 350 small block being a Chevy engine going into a 1980 Firebird, that was one of the last years that they actually used a Buick Olds Pontiac engine. So this engine doesn't fit with the mounts that were on that engine. So we got this set of engine adapters from screamingchicken.com for only $105 Canadian. And those will allow us to put the small block Chevy into the old Pontiac. Got the flex plate, the old wire set off the engine, nice wire set, a V-belt that works, distributor hold down clamp, and a brand new HEI distributor, air cleaner off the old engine. And here is the adapter plate for the Buick Olds Pontiac transmission, turbo 350 Buick Olds Pontiac. Now that will work with the Chevy small block. And yeah, with that being said, I have to finish assembling this engine for its final showing before I take everything off it and drop it in the car. And we're making some goddamn horsepower. We're not sure what the horsepower is going to be yet. This is a 1972 engine that's been rebuilt. I don't know what it was rebuilt to. It looks like it's a good flowing engine. It doesn't look like your old Smog engines. The inside of it looks pretty girthy. I didn't run on any of the numbers on it, but it's either 170 horsepower or 300 horsepower. Maybe 250, maybe somewhere in the middle. I don't know, but the exciting part is you're going to get to see here on Tire Roasters Garage as we put it in the car and then take it for a drive. And you can tell by the reaction on my face what it has. If I'm like this, it's a good replacement engine. If I'm like this, it's a really good replacement engine with a decent amount of horsepower. So I'm going to get this intake on and we're going to get this thing in the car. I will now torque this intake manifold to spec. All right, get these valve covers on, get it dressed up, do one final inspection on it, and then pull this all off and drop it in the car. There's our new conversion mounts and the adapter for the Pontiac Olds Buick transmission to the Chevy small block. I have the engine set at top dead center. All the compression strokes, so the pistons at the top, We're on 0. This is clocked towards number 1 with the rotor, and then I lined it up here with this extra mark to line up number 1, so it's exactly as close as we can get for timing until we fire it up and get a timing light on it. We've gone through all the procedures, and it's time to get this thing in the bloody car. So this time, I'm gonna try to put the engine in through the side versus how I took it out of the car, which was through the front. This is the newest trend for nicotine fiends. Vaping? Never heard of her. We got Zonix now, otherwise known as Zonnies, lip pillas. Little packets that go underneath your lip like a dip. 4 milligrams of nothing but pure nicotine in each. Double stack them, you got 8. What's wrong with that, right? I found a pilot bushing in the back of this crank. So this motherfucker was made to do a 4-speed at one point, maybe a 5. God, who knows, maybe it was a 6. Okay, so the engine is in. My camera battery died, but it's in. It took probably 4 hours to get those lined up. They didn't work. The Buick Pontiac Olds transmission, this guy who did it before I was talking about, he had a weird bunch of shims or like a spacer in there and it wouldn't go back enough. And then even when I got it back and I had the transmission floating and rolling on a jack, these still wouldn't line up. I had to like ratchet strap the engine over, put the headers on it, check fitment, and I left them on because I'm like, well, there's no point. Then I ratchet strapped over by the header on that side. Then I would pull the tail of the housing of the transmission over, lift up on the engine crane, get Whitney to bar it while I'm barring it. Finally got the bolt halfway through, changed up the strapping, and then eventually we got the other bolt in, and then I tightened everything down. I had to loosen off the clamshells, and I had to loosen off from the block, and I had to loosen them off from the frame here, and I had to have everything loose. Then finally it went in there. It's perfectly level, perfectly straight. Header fitment's awesome. And like I said, I got carried away assembling everything and getting everything kind of dialed in here, the accessory drive and all that, while my camera was dead. So now the next step is to deal with Buddy's absolutely egregious wiring job here. Oh my goodness. I've already sorted through it all and figured out what's what. Now I got to separate everything and extend and shorten some harnesses. Temperature sensors there. I should put it at the front by the bar next, usually where you want to read it, but for now it's going there. I'm going to put a mechanical gauge in here for first fire up. And then where the oil pressure port is, I'm going to put a mechanical gauge on that to monitor as well from out here while the engine runs, and I check for leaks and stuff and set base timing. But for now, I'm going to get this harness all sorted out and then fire up time. I'm going to skip all this stuff on camera though, because I got to get moving. The customer wants their car back. They want summer cruising. And she understands these things take time, but I want to get it back to her because this is, it's looking cool, man. It's looking really good. All right. After a considerable amount of tomfoolery, it's time for first fire up. Am I nervous? Slightly, but not really. I know I did everything right. And if I didn't, I'm going to find out right away. And that's the nervousness I speak of. Anyways, what started out as taking on an engine repair for a customer quickly became an engine replacement. And that engine replacement quickly became an engine swap because we're converting from a Pontiac to a Chevy engine. And nothing is compatible for the most part, except for the power steering pump and the alternator, but not the brackets. So what I like to do here for first fire up, I always like to install a fuel pressure gauge, manifold vacuum gauge, water temperature gauge over there, oil pressure gauge. I like to have a little starter bumper. Okay, then I like to have my timing light all set up, ready to go, because these factory gauges, not only do I not trust them, but it's a hell of a lot easier to have all your gauges in front of you at the front of the engine here while you're firing up for the first time and tuning it, instead of jumping in the cab, looking at the gauges, turning the key, cranking, all this shit. This is how you do it if you want a fun, easy break-in. So, timing, we're set, you know, on the compression stroke top dead center on number 1. It's clocked towards, the rotor is clocked towards number 1, so we should be close. Yeah, so we're just going to, we're going to turn the key and let her buck. See what the hell happens here. It's been a long little while working on this thing and getting all the parts out of the States, fucking around with cutting things and hacking shit. And Buddy's electrical harness was unbelievable. I completely hacked it all open and changed it all. I still got to put things in looms, but holy shit, like, he was an animal. I just kind of consolidated everything into one for the alternator and the starter over there, and then everything over here is for the fans. We've already tested the fans, see if they work. So that's enough jibber jabber. Let's get at her. Ignition power is on. Prime the bowls. I've already got fuel up at the fuel filter here and in the carburetor. Already checked all that, so yeah, let's fire this thing up and check timing. Ooh. Okay, so we were making like 80 PSI of oil pressure on fire up. Timing, I just set it down to 12, but I have the distributor too loose, so I have to tighten it a bit because it keeps falling back and actually advancing the timing, or retarding the timing, sorry. So I'm gonna tighten this a little bit, then check that adjustment again. Let these headers cook some of this goddamn paint off here. That's one thing, is these headers aren't actually painted. These is just like a temporary rust prevention, but let's check for oil leaks. Any oil leaks? Anything leaking out from under the engine here? Sounds pretty damn good. I mean, typical 350 open headers probably sound better with exhaust on it. But I mean, she sounded choppy. That's what a girl wants, a little bit of chop. Okay, bottom oil pan, dry. Bottom oil pan, oil filter, dry. Transmission not dry because the previous owner put a shitty gas in. Oh, we got a leak over here. What's this? Up there. Oh, that's probably from when I actually drained oil out of the valve cover by accident there, or when I was filling and I spilled some. What else? Got fuel lines are good. Lower radiator hose, drier than my ex-boyfriend, and he never put out, so as you can tell, he's pretty dry. Power steering pump, don't trust that. That's an old shit one, but that's all we had. It's got a slight leak. Okay, everything's looking pretty damn good. Don't like how close them wires are, but like I said, it's all we got. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much ready to start the warm-up procedure with this thing. I know I was a little high, but looking pretty damn good. The hell, Jacob. What the hell, Jacob? You got to keep up on the oil changes in this water. How the hell are we going to get the crop off this fall? Oh yeah, look at that. She went right down to perfectly full clean oil. No piston rings in it. That's good. Hate that when that happens. Okay, buddy, time to give her the fucking beans. That's just where we're at. Look at you. Is the header hot? Ow. I'm retarded. Have you ever tried to reach up in your engine while the engine's hot and get your arm caught between the frame rail and the header and just cook the fuck out of your arm? Pepperidge Farm has, and Pepperidge Farm remembers. Okay, no more pussyfooting. Let's get this thing running. Zodiac Firebird made with real turkey bacon chicken birds. Let's fucking go. It's actually getting too smoky in here, so I gotta open the door. I gotta move this giant steel cowl hood, proper steel cowl hood. Holy fuck, this thing's heavy. Heavier than my ex-boyfriend, and he ate at Arby's. That fat bastard. He was always eating at Arby's. Never taking me, always taking that other guy, fuck. Hey, sun is shining in the sky. Yeah, battery's fucking dead sick. That's so dope. So dope. Thank God I got one of these fancy ass NOCO booster packs. Handier than my ex-boyfriend. And you know, he was a plumber, electrician, carpenter. He was a jack of all trades. Guy couldn't turn a wrench on a carb worth of shit though. But decent dink on him.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Look at this. God damn it! Booster pack is dead. That is fucking awesome. Well, I suppose while I wait for that battery to charge, I can get this exhaust done. Look at that greasy shit. Look at that after. Nice. Fabricating on a budget. Slip them onto there, weld them. Weld those onto there, slip fit, and then those will bolt down the tailpipes down there. And we'll have some exhaust in the car, so maybe next time I fire it up, we can actually hear if the thing's in fucking good order or not. Look at that. Hi. All right, we got her all tuned up, and it's time for a test drive. Look at this 350 in here. Oh my goodness. Does that ever look good? Got the kick down and throttle cable bracket all built. This thing was broken, so I had to use zip ties, unfortunately. But called me Peg from Zip Ties and Bias Plies. I'm kind of a hick. Headers really could use some paint, but we're, like I said, we're balling on a budget here. But yeah, let's fire this thing up and go for a drive. Exhaust on it was way too loud. It's obnoxious. You can't even go for a first drive with exhaust on a car like that when it's that loud, because you can't hear what's going on. You can't really tell. It just sounds like a race car, which sounds good in a sense, but it's not good for first drive. All right, put a seatbelt on in case this thing has some insane amount of power we're not expecting. Definitely not the 170 horsepower engine, but definitely for an $800 marketplace store, not bad. Might have hit this one out of the park. Like I said, I mean, one time I find like the absolute best deal on an engine. It's not for me, and I'm happy with that. I'm a little jealous, but I'm happy. Happy for the customer. Happy for road. Come on, you liberals. Get fucking moving. All right, wide open highway here. It seems to make power right at the 6,000 RPM, so like I said, definitely not a stock old boat anchor engine. That is great. This thing is the epitome of cool. Car's looking fresh. Looks really good right now. The best it's looked since I got it.
I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Okay, I put 94 premium in this bad boy. Okay? She was an 87 engine before. That was what was in the tank for certain. Because I put it in there. I'm like, what am I doing? It needs 94. So first pull on 94. You got to take every little advantage you can here with these old boat anchors. Not the 170 horsepower boat anchor, but still an old dirty old cast iron boat anchor.
3, 2, 1, fucking send it now.
It made no noticeable difference. But still, the car is much quicker than it might not have been. Brother. Check the idle on this. It's quiet, but it sounds good. Like, you can live with it. You can live with this idle. You really can. You can tell I'm getting old because of the way that I am. It used to always be straight pipes, open headers. Now I'm like, you know what? Maybe Dad was right. Maybe Dad was right when he used to say he likes a quiet car and you eventually grow out of it. I'm going to say he was right. He was definitely right. God, this thing looks good right now. Look at it. You know, for a flat black, absolute trailer park trash Firebird, not bad. Not bad. But let's go rip the twisties. I bet it handles like the boat it is. I mean, I can already tell it's driving on the highway. It doesn't have anything for handling capabilities. I mean, say it's like driving a yacht. It's like driving a boat that's not in the water, but slightly on land. I don't know. Let's go find out. Okay, we are in the twisties. Not bad. Oh, that's 95. Not bad. Yeah, not bad. Not fucking bad. Oh, Texas gate. Holy shit. Oh. Okay, people are like, that thing handles like shit. They'll tell me in the comment section why, like, that thing handles like shit. And because they know it's an old car, fair enough. But you got to remember, my mind goes to a place in the past. I don't compare to modernness, right? I don't compare to the modern vehicles of today. I'm driving it as if I am from that era. I'm like, oh wow, the Pontiac Firebird is pure excitement. But really, it's actually my old lady's Volkswagen handled better than this fucking thing for certain. The 4 barrels.
No! Oh! Not fucking bad. Yeah, it's fun. It is fun. It's a fun car. It looks badass too. It looks real badass. Oh yeah.
Man, look how beautiful it is out here. My goodness. This is 20 minutes from my house. I'm in goddamn Gads country. Honestly, this thing is, it's nostalgic as fuck. It's a real head turner. Porsche GC2 RS, boy, how did GC3, boy, how do I don't know what to call them, but they're cool Porsches. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna bank into that shit, boy. Yeah, nice little soft spot before we turn around and go back. God damn. This car can't handle that. Let's right back the other way. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm pretty underdressed, and I'm not wearing the proper attire to suit the nostalgia of this car. That's better. Proper Reynolds, goddamn, he got the Trans Am, he got the Bandit. Cattle guard? Texas guard? Nothing. Pretty good. He's got the radial TAs on this bitch and stock blown out suspension. There ain't a goddamn Texas gate in sight that can put this car down. I like that. And brake for a corner. On my way out right now, and all these goddamn liberals are coming in. So I say, you gotta be out to Sheep River early. You gotta be out here early in the morning. Otherwise, you'll have to deal with all these liberals and their tasteless crossover SUVs that only come in white, black, and silver, apparently. You might get the odd red Kia, or mustard yellow Kia Soul. That one vibes. I vibe with that one. That one should have been called the Vibe, not the old Pontiac. The Nissan Juke can go fuck itself. Politely. Another Texas gate, like nothing. She handles Texas gates like nothing. That's how we rate cars around here in Foothills County. How do they cross a Texas gate? Like shit, or decent. Or damn good. This one's damn good. Because it got blown out suspension, it's on some pretty fucking meaty old BF Goodrich radial TAs. Big corner, big corner, big corner. This is the kind of car where you want to roll up to a gas station, see an old fella pumping his gas, he's looking over at the car, staring at it, drooling. You look at him and you're like, fucker looks badass, don't it? He'll be like, fuck yeah, well, you know, back in my day, I had a goddamn Pontiac Sunfire and would smoke that fucking thing. Back it up, Terry, another tasteless crossover. Yeah! Hawk Tua, you gotta spit on them crossovers, because they're grounds. Getting tired, I must need another slug of my Timmies. Oh, another Texas gate. Oh, hold on, Timmy's, you gotta wait. Got another Texas gate. This is the dirtiest Texas gate in Foothills County. This one slapped. Like nothing. Like a fucking glove.
Honey, there's cows outside! There's a cow farm! Of course there's gonna be cows outside!
Hello, Rose. How the hell are ya? Ready to see this goddamn thing?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while.
So excited.
Get ready for this. It's still the same looking car, so there's nothing else to really see here. But there she is. Let me fire it up and back it out. I'll get Tyson on the cam here. Hello? No liberals here today.
Yes, Grandma.
We're good, we're clear.
Mom approved.
That sounds so fucking good.
Are you ready?
Fingers be strong enough to do that though.
Hopefully.
Oh, I'll try it before I go. Look how shiny it is! That's totally new. Yeah, you built the whole fucking thing.
It's like brand new.
Yeah. So different from when she picked it up.
Yeah.
So shiny. Oh fuck, that sounds so good.
Is Mom approved?
It's Mom approved this time. Yeah. I told her, no, don't buy that thing.
Don't buy it.
Buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Who am I to tell her any different? I'm not a mechanic.
Neither am I.
Let me try to open it.
So good.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's take this thing on first cruise here. Rose's first time driving. I gotta wear this. Okay, put this on. This is Smokey and the Bandit replica jacket. Your first time driving, you gotta wear this. Okay. Yeah, bugger looks badass, don't it? Okay, I got something else for you to wear on this first drive too. Goddamn cowboy hat.
You're gonna look badass.
Where's my mustache?
Yeah, you gotta put it down like this.
You can borrow mine if you like.
Does Mom want to come for a rip?
Does Mama want to come?
No, that's okay.
Come for a ride.
Come for a ride.
I'll get in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
No speeding.
Get out of here, backseat driver. Okay, so a gas pedal quarter way down. Just to open the throttle blades up to let a little more air in because it floods itself. There you go.
Oh, this is
The day has come. Well. Rose.
You got your seatbelt on?
Yeah, I got my seatbelt on.
Hold on to your brassiere.
Man is ready.
I am. And everything else.
Careful. Hey, holy shit. Yeah, you can't do that. It stalls it. Yeah, you can't do that. It stalls it.
Oh my god, I'm afraid. I think I should stay here.
Do you want to?
No, you're
I'm not gonna drive crazy on the road.
Don't drive crazy in here either. We'll smash into a tree. It's all gravel.
Easy.
Gravel. Easy.
Oh, you were right about the torque.
Yeah.
Easy.
It just sounds fast.
What do you think, Ma? This ain't no goddamn liberal car.
As long as she behaves herself when I'm in the car,
What about when you're not in the car? You think she's gonna behave?
she can do whatever she wants.
She's not. She shouldn't have this car. You have to take it away from her.
I should. I should be the driver.
Yeah. Hey, you should have let Ma drive. Way better than that last engine, eh?
Oh, fuck yeah. This thing has power.
That's what it's all about, folks. All right, put that pedal down to the floor for a second.
No!
Yeah.
No! No!
I won't.
Just a little.
No!
Ma doesn't want to do it. She knows her daughter is
I
nuts.
don't want to die now. I don't want to hurt
I don't want to die in this thing either.
We've all lived
Glass
lives.
roof
I'm not finished torturing yours, so I have to stay alive for a few more years.
to torture your daughter.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's finally the day you're driving this
I
thing.
know.
This is wild.
This feels good.
Curve her all the way around left here, and then we'll kick Mom and Tyson out. We'll do a pull quick. It'll be only I that dies today. Doing what I love. Ripping hot rods.
Oh yeah.
With not a liberal in sight.
Hey!
No, with you out. You're gonna wait here with this
I'm
gentleman.
not walking home.
No, you're not. You just wanna
I'm gonna miss this car so much.
Yeah, you've been riding it a bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyson, old kangaroo fucker's been riding here quite
Did
a
a
bit.
little tribute post today.
To the Firebird?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, Ma. We'll see you down in Mexico. BRB.
That's a hell of a long walk.
Sorry, Rose.
You gonna see?
Now hold it right at about 3,000 RPM, and I'll stab it right to the floor and I'll shift it. All the way down, all the way down. What do you think of that?
That is amazing! Holy shit! Yes!
I'm impressed that this thing has the power it does for the price we got it for, $800 the engine. A little much on the car, but you know what? Hey, she runs now, you can drive it. This window switch, I taped up and shit. The guy had it all jerry-rigged, but I taped up the hold it in place, but it still won't. When you put it down into here, it doesn't work. So you gotta like put your thumb on here and hold it. Goddamn power windows, a true liberal invention.
Yeah.
But you can't goddamn all crank it yourself. See, she has the capability to slide.
Yeah.
You're gonna be hitting the streets of Calgary tonight in this thing, eh?
Yeah.
Sounds like your daughter's earned this toy, and she's worked hard for it.
Yes.
So that's good. Be able to enjoy it now, hopefully safely.
I mean, it's a long time dream of hers to have a car like that. A muscle car, they call them.
Oh no,
But
it's
the guy
amazing.
who sold it to him was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I heard the story. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Mm. And where are you?
How that man can sleep at night, I don't know.
I've met a few people like that in my life, and yeah, I always ask the same sort of questions. But obviously, they probably have a lot of nightmares. I'm guessing.
They better.
Yeah, they better.
Gotta pick up these goddamn liberals. Mom didn't want to do a pull, fair enough.
No, she's
After what you did in the driveway, I don't blame Mom for not wanting to do a pull.
she's got anxiety issues.
Yeah. What are you liberals doing?
Remember what you learn, young Padawan.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Fuck, Taylor fixed it!
This radiator hose, the upper, this is the one the guy had on it that was kinked and it overheated the engine. But I think it's good now, but I'm going to leave that on there to hold it over that way. It's a bungee cord, so it doesn't fold, because you need, like, remember we did this on a budget. So you need a different hose, and we're going to need a different power steering line eventually. And that's your fans. You listen for that, for them to kick in. That's the fan controller, that little dial over there, but you leave it where it is. That's where I've set it, and that's where it keeps the car cool. But right now the engine's a little warm, but it's at a pretty good temperature. Oh, good that goddamn engine looks. Oh. Look at that. All right, Ma, let's go drive normally now. You gotta let Mom drive this thing. You gotta let her do burnouts in it.
No.
Did you ever have a car like this before, Mom?
Not like this.
That did?
Dad did, yeah, but
You drive a Pontiac Vibe or something, don't you?
yes.
Yes. That's a Vibe.
Yeah, her vibrator.
Remember the trick for the, what?
Call it the vibrator.
Oh, the vibrator.
Everyone needs a good vibrator in their life.
Pardon? Seatbelts, everybody. You're on the magic school bus.
Just looking for my fuel gauge.
The one that's empty. It's close to empty. You can make it to the gas station still.
Thanks a lot.
I did have $30 in it until you did all them vicious pulls. Old Burt Reynolds over here.
That's what I told her. I says, I hope he leaves you with a full tank when you leave there.
God, I'd have to be rich to do that. Not such a cheapskate.
No, you leave it with what you got it with.
Is it?
What did I get it with?
Premium or regular?
I put premium in it. I have you can run 87 in it. But I put premium in it today. I put 94 in it to see. It didn't really make a difference, but ideally they want higher octane fuel and performance engines, but this really is just a run-of-the-mill kind of old truck engine, so you can run 87 no problem. You're racing it on the street circuit.
You guys don't have 98 up here, do you?
You got 98 in Australia?
Yeah, that's our premium.
98.
Yeah.
That is rowdy. That's almost race gas here.
Oh yeah.
that's a cool car. The guy that sold it to you, not so cool.
No.
He's kind of a wiener, eh?
Yeah.
You think he's a liberal, Mom?
I don't know what he is, but he's a piece of crap.
Yeah, so he's a liberal.
He was a fucking Harley twat.
Oh, a Twinkie Harley guy. Newer one.
I didn't see a Harley. He just dressed like he had one.
Oh, candy store biker. He goes for the gear, but he doesn't ride the motorcycle.
Dressed like a fucking pirate.
Harley, buy a lifestyle. I love Harleys, but there's a certain persona that comes with some of these fellas that's absolutely cringe. They're racers on 2 wheels. Changed my mind. You got a V8. Now you're a man. Well, I don't know what you identify as, but that's your choice.
I identify as an attack helicopter.
I identify as an Apache attack helicopter.
You can't. That's what my brother identifies as.
He's the only one that can.
Yeah, he's already got the claim to it.
He's already got the copyrights for the what do you call it?
Right down there.
The trademark. Trademark.
Yeah, that's his pronoun.
Yeah, so his brother is trademarked as a Apache attack helicopter, so you got to be something else. I personally identify as an egg.
An egg?
Yes. I'm quite salty in the mornings.
Does he
Holy,
come out of his shell once in a while?
right here. You can't put me back in the goddamn shell, though.
Soft boiled egg.
I prefer sunny side up, but I'll bark a hard boil once in a while. Now take her easy in the driveway. Don't smash into the tree.
Yeah.
I know you just peppered rocks into my garage.
Don't smash into my car either.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna be.
Oh yeah. Check the ashtray. See if there's any darts in that ashtray. Just crust. Of course the guy didn't include any darts. What an asshole. It's like me not including a tank of gas. Everyone's just trying to rip you off these days. Other than that, I don't know what else I can tell you about it other than it's cool as fuck. Remember protection?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in this car, remember protection. If you're gonna rot on it, dude, you gotta wear a condom.
I'll wear a condom.
Look at that, it's got my Firebird on it. Tire Roasters garage, fully equipped auto repair needs.
It's hot there in the summer. Woohoo, thanks. I'm gonna need more than this.
You're gonna get approached at gas stations by a lot of thirsty dudes for sure. So yeah, that's a great idea. You're a legend. That's hilarious. Yeah, because you are. Everyone's gonna be. That's what. Even when I'm out and I'm a dude, people come up and they're like, "Holy shit!" They're like, "This thing is cool as hell," and because it's nostalgic. It's the Smokey and the Bandit car, pretty much. You gotta leave that jacket though.
I have a leather jacket too.
A red one?
Motorcycle.
Oh.
Yeah, it's red actually. It's Chinese.
Oh, you gotta wear red then. Michael Jackson, Burt Reynolds. No one can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Is that MJ? Nah, it's Burt Reynolds. Also gonna need. This is why it's stuck on high beams. Your blinkers work, but this is what switches your high beams and is broken in there or something, so it won't switch off the high beams. The work the guy did, I'm impressed that we got it where it is, considering what he gifted me.
Everything he touched was shit. Like
Yeah, he's just a shit cunt.
Midas touch. Like
The Midas touch of shit.
Yeah.
Not gold. He turns everything into shit.
Merde.
Pardon?
The merde touch.
Is that the Quebec coming out in you?
Yeah, that's shit in French.
Oh, pardon?
The merde touch.
I'm gonna get your mom to say something. Can you say fucking liberals in French?
Ben, pas fucking parce qu'on dit pas ça en français. Mais les hosties libérales.
Les astic
Les
libérales.
hosties de
Les
libérales.
astis.
Fuck logo!
Tabarnak.
Tabernacle!
Tabarnak.
Fuck logo!
Take me to the tabernacle.
Well, you too. And good luck in your ventures to set up in Canada.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get PR. He fucked too many kangaroos, that guy. He's a kangaroo fucker.
Drive safe.
See ya. See you later, Rose.
Tabarnak.
Tabernacle!
Tabernacle.
Remember that one.
Yeah, I do. And also, like I said, watch out when you get to the south part of the city. Watch out for those fucking liberals and their crossovers. Bunch of commies. They'll run you off the goddamn road. Liberal cunts. What?
Liberal cunts.
Liberal cunts, yeah.
Liberal cunts. Fuck yeah.
See you later, Rose.
No burnouts.
Yeah, take her easy though. Seriously, you will die in this car. You don't want to roll this car. It's on a glass roof. If you die like a man.
It would be a cool tombstone. Roll your fucking Firebird.
And didn't pay Tanner.
Yeah.
Leave it in the will. Okay, drive safe.
What if it bursts into flames?
Don't enjoy that thing too much. Yeah, she's going home. I'm gonna miss her. I'm just gonna miss her. Bye-bye, Mom. That's what it's all about, folks. the shit that just happened. That's what I love about this job. Bring cars back to life, people enjoying them, smiling, laughing, having fun, being goofy. That's what life's all about. But anyways, now that's all over. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me some feedback. Maybe comment in the comment section below. And smash the like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. If you enjoyed what you've seen here. And we'll catch you in the next episode here on Tire Roaster's Garage. Pardon? Oh yeah, peace. As in goodbye. Peace.